This is Mongolian Mindset, and today we're going to be typing Chris Brown C Breezy. We've had a lot of requests from him over time, so it's good to get this guy on the channel, guys. We are no longer doing requests from comments. If you want to request a celebrity, you have to join our Discord. Everything's running through our Discord now, guys. We will be using Linda Barron's interaction styles and temperament combined with cognitive functions. We do have a video broken down of all this. You can also go to our website, guys. We're gonna be updating that over time. It's gonna be a wonderful thing. You also want to be part of the fucking Discord. Christian, anything you want to say about Chris Brown before we get into this?
Yeah, man. Chris Brown has been popping since we were like 11 years old, probably, March or 9. Okay. This guy is one of the best in the music industry, one of the most talented individuals. So this presentation right here is gonna tell you why this person has all this talent, why he behaves the way he does, even the controversies, because this man is extremely controversial as well. Okay. Many facets to Chris Brown, so you're going to want to pay attention and give us 1,000 likes, or else we're coming to your home and we're slapping your mama. Okay.
All right, guys. One thing I'll say about Chris Brown is I think he's very underrated when it comes to his performance. I think he's one of the best in the game. I also think he's a little misunderstood, but we'll find out what his actual personality type is. And let's go see what the monkeys over at Personality Dummy Base has him as. Okay. They have Chris Brown as an ESFP, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. So let's go to the chart here. So ESFPs are right there, right smack in the middle, right there with the cup, because they like to get drunky. And party and have a good time. But ESFPs are formal, initiating, movement, progression, whatever you want to call it. They are concrete. They're also pragmatic and interest, right? With the ESFP, you always have disgusting interest, right? Because it's pragmatic interest, but it's also FI, right? So you'll see them say, ha ha, I got this, and you don't get nothing, right? And I remember one time a fucking girl, I fucked up with her. And she said, well, at least I got a date out of it. And now it just dawned on me like, oh, okay, this fucking ISFP is just throwing her, at least this is what I got out of the situation, right? So you'll see that with that pragmatic fucking FI interest, okay? Because pragmatic is all, it's going to be pragmatic and it's going to be short-sighted. But they're also concrete guys, and they also are tactical intelligence, right? That's going to be the name of the game because SE can improvise, overcome, and adapt, right? That's what that tactical intelligence is all about. It's not, thinking long term or anything like that. It's all about being in the moment. Okay, and all right, guys, we'll be watching this video right here of Chris Brown, guys. Comment below what you think his personality type is, and Enneagram, whatever. We're gonna be giving it all to you guys.
I can tell my fans this now, like the reason for that, and I'm sorry, you guys, but like I want y'all to remember why y'all love me. You know what I'm saying? This music and why I create and the songs that we do and the videos, the magic that I'm trying to bring that back. I feel like if I talk about what I ate this morning or hey, I'm driving in this car, it's not cohesive. It's not gonna be healthy. So the music that I create is the food that I want to, surplus the world with.
Big boys. So Christian, what are you noticing right there off that interaction? I'm just noticing right there that he talks really fast. Yeah. So I'm already getting the cadence for a form of initiating.
Yeah. And there's not like it's not like a point to what he's saying. He's just informing how he feels and da da da. Yeah.
Why out of 10 albums we finally get an album called Breezy? It seemed like that would have been low hanging fruit already, right?
Kind of, but I feel like the transition of me as an artist through the years, it kind of
went. He's talking about the transition of me from an artist for many years. What statement is that, Christian?
Progression.
Good job. We got a progression statement, guys.
Progression statement. Right off the bat. This guy sounds like my cousin. Sounds like a SP to me.
Kind of, but I feel like the transition of me as an artist through the years, it went from Chris Brown. You see the first album, like me being kind of new to it. So the Breezy is like the alter ego, but It's not away from Chris Brown,
Right.
but it's the mature side. It's the older side. It's the cool side.
Hey man, and when you say maturity, bro, the mature side,
Yeah.
Chris, we've seen you. You grew up in our faces. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's crazy because you'll see someone like I couldn't grow up in public. When I was younger, we had a chance to crash the car quite a bit because we didn't have the social medias and the things of that nature, you know. But you've grown up, man. And do you feel like where Chris Brown is at right now, that there's been a lot of growth?
With me,
yeah,
I'm still a kid at heart.
Right.
I'm not as much of a knucklehead as I used to be, but
yeah,
I think my kids kind of halted a lot of that for me.
Yeah, how is that fatherhood, bro? It's different when you're living for somebody else. Huh?
Yeah, but it's fun. It's funny, like to see them grow, see different things that they learn and teach you. So
right there, he's talking about the SE perspective, right? Seeing them, seeing this, seeing that, into SE. So SE is also attached to NI guys. So we're gonna hit him for SE NI.
And more informative talk because he's not answering the questions directly. He's kind of just saying stuff. You know what I mean? Like Big Boy will ask him something, and he won't say exactly how he feels about the thing. He'll say, "Oh, just describing like what he's feeling and what he's doing." He's not like really going directly to answer the question. More informative talk.
So you want to go ahead and knock informative off? We'll go ahead and knock it off.
Yeah, he's definitely informative. No. He's not gonna stop doing that, so might as well knock it
off. Oh my God! He said he ain't gonna stop doing that.
Yeah, he gonna keep doing that. I can already tell he gonna keep doing that the whole interview. So,
so guys, with being informative, that would make you the second row or the fourth row, right? Because we've already said that this guy's informative. We did get a progression statement from him. So with that would knock us into the starter type, right? And if SENI, the only starter that is an SENI user is an ESFP. You also have to remember that as well when you're looking at the background types, right? The only SENI user of them is the ISFP. So looks like we got an ESFP here, guys. But let's keep going.
I'm loving it. I'm having a blast.
What kind of dad is Chris Brown?
Man,
because you got 3 now, bro.
It's hard because I gotta still be breezy, but then I gotta be Chris. Like, so I think majority of the time when I'm with my kids, they only see Chris. I'm not gonna be like the fun party, you know. But it's a challenge, but it's a good journey though.
And they gotta know though,
it's a challenge, but it's a good journey though. So go and slap them for progression again.
They know dad is famous, right? Because you got to figure they don't know any other life than Pops being famous.
I mean, I try to get in their good graces by showing them my Sesame Street episode. Like, look at this.
That's when they probably knew you were famous. Like, oh, okay, now.
Right, so he's trying to use SE there. I showed them the Sesame Street and all that. Popularity, you could hit that for that as well. So I would say TEFI there. All right, look at me on fucking Sesame Street. Make me feel important. You see the smile light up on his face when he said the shit. Go back, catch it. I'm important, bitch. I was on Sesame Street.
Then Pops being famous.
I mean, I try to get in their good graces by showing them my Sesame Street episode. Like, look at this.
That's when they probably knew you were famous. Like, oh, okay, now we know who dad is.
So when we do shows and stuff now, they like, especially my oldest, she knows. She's just like, all right, cool. Can I bring my friends to the concert? What?
How old is Royalty now?
Royalty is 8.
That's 8. Crazy, right?
Yeah.
What's those conversations like?
Man, she's like my mom. She gives me a line all the time.
It's like talking to just people.
It's like damn shame. He probably like because he's so like out there. He like his child is.
Well, I ain't gonna lie. I'm not liking Chris Brown's personality. Like I'm just gonna put that out there. Just like he's
why, bro? What's going on?
He's annoying to me. Like bro, shut up, bro. Shut up, bro.
Bro, you wildin', bro.
I think it's just it's too much informative talk, bro. Talk like a real person. First of all, I don't even like listening to rappers talk. It just like it annoys me to the max.
A lot of them are informative. A lot of rappers are informative.
Yeah. Maybe that's it. But come on, bro. Just shut up, dude. Like, anyways, keep going.
It's crazy that you have these conversations with with your kids, man. They really holding conversations.
Oh
now,
yeah,
bro.
they got real good questions.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I'm like, damn, I wasn't ready for that
Is she on social media?
He's initiating that.
Yes
A little
and no.
bit, yeah.
We try to let her have her freedom, but we still gotta be parental guides. You know?
Man.
So,
hey, man. Now talking about the album Breezy.
So if you guys followed any of our parental breakdowns me and Christian did, we talked about which style that is more likely to do that. That's more of an SP parent, right? Because they're going to allow for ultimate freedom and believe that you'll bump your head enough and figure out where you need to be, right? You'll figure out the consequences over time, right?
You know what it is? I figured it out. It sounds like rambling to me because there's no like because there's no like real like logical progression to what he's saying. You know what I mean? If I was Big Boy, I would be super annoyed because I have my questioning, right? And you're just like going all over the place. You're not really answering any of the questions. That's what's annoying me. That's what I'm feeling right now. That's why I said that. So just disregard that.
You had a chance to show me a video, and I was just telling, I was telling the neighborhood here, man, I was like, whoever been out, and there's no disrespect to anybody else.
Yeah.
Hopefully they did what they had to do because it's over now. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I just saw that one, and we're sitting down, of course, before the album get a chance to come out. But with Breezy, the album, do you get in competition with yourself? Like, do you get in your own way sometimes?
Yes, 100%. Yeah. I think with this album, I definitely had to scale it down, you know, because my idea is always grandiose with a whole bunch of stuff. But my fans, I knew that they haven't heard any music for like almost 2 years from me. So I wanted to still give them a healthy amount of songs. But the process was hard, like for me, because it was
the process, progression. I wanted to give them this experience. My fans, okay, guys, we got SC progression there again.
Would be me from wanting to go to the club or being like, look, this gonna hit the club, and then it's like, no, but I really want to say some stuff with substance that people are going through and different things. So that was probably my biggest battle, just trying to balance out a great time and all that, the sorrows, the happiness, but at the same time, your anger, everything else. You know what I'm saying? Trying to put it in one format.
Is that therapeutic for you, Chris?
Yeah, I think music is my therapy, is my gateway. Definitely my passion. You know what I'm saying? So I don't look at it as a job when it comes to like when we go in the studio or what's the idea for a video. That's like the icing on the cake. It's like, oh, I get to do this. You feel me? So I think that's why I guess the songs that I put out or the consistency of the records stay the same, because I think the work ethic don't really kind of change with me.
Do you have with such a catalog, man, and a vast catalog, do you ever get antsy, like nervous, like, man, am I hitting the point
every day?
Really?
If any artist say they
initiated that,
antsy,
they don't get nervous about putting their product or whatever they have out to the masses to be judged, they lying. You know, so I feel like with me, I have a core fan base and an audience that's almost like a family. So so I know certain requests that they'll give or they'll have, and I'll try to cater to it. Like, okay, cool. Well, it's dope. I'm doing this, so I can just do this like this. So it's a little different for me. So because I see
what the fuck is he saying,
bro? It's hard to follow, bro. It's hard to follow, but he's comparing to past experiences. I think, like in a way.
You think it's the SI Opposing coming out?
Yeah, it's the SI Opposing coming out. He's basically comparing his previous projects, how they impacted stuff, and he's trying to kind of reclaim that Chris Brown essence from the past, you know, how it hit before. He's trying to bring that to the audience and like give them an experience now, you know. Kind of
the SI Opposing?
Yeah, it's SI Opposing. Yeah, that's what it is. But
good job, Christian.
Hard to pin down, bro. Like language, bro. It's hard to pin down his language. It's all over the place. Yeah.
He's like,
yeah,
that are fans of me,
right?
So, but the music, I think, kind of transcends or goes through them all. So,
but just with the music, with, you know, the choreography, the way that you did the video, the input. Usually, sometimes, Chris, people say, "Man, I got them," and they kind of take their foot off the gas a little bit. You've never taken your foot off the gas, where, oh man, I could put it out, they'll show up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I mean, I think that's the arrogant side of artists. Like, you could be hot 2 months from now, and then that shit is gone. You feel me? And so I feel like you have to. We're in a different age now to where the interactive side of being an artist is acceptable or actually wanted or needed.
Right.
So you have to engage with your audience so they know exactly who you are. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? It's the reason why they're following us. We got to show them, you know what I'm saying, the right way.
How do you know what to share though? You know what I'm saying?
I'm just goofy. Whatever's up here. If I laugh, if it's in a group chat, whatever it is, and it's funny, I might post it. But then I'm also gonna be myself too and post serious stuff that people need to be aware about, or weird stuff that I post, and then they're like, "Oh, there he go again, posting some alien
Basically,
shit." So,
hey man, and I do want to get with you all over.
Basically, it's progression, living in the moment, SC hero. Basically, progression statements all over the place. You know, whatever is in the moment that I feel like it's gonna. That's what I post. Basically, he doesn't plan it out. Essentially, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there is no plan here. So, that's what it is.
You ride Chris Brown hard, boy.
Bro, it's just like, I don't know. Something about him is not really meshing with
Yeah.
Yeah,
we done here or what? We keep going?
I mean, we can keep going if you want, but it's pretty clear, It's pretty clear.
ESFP.
Yeah, ESFP.
On that too, man, because I had an encounter. I think you don't want to believe what really went down.
For
now
sure.
the album Breezy, 23 tracks. 23 tracks. So to do 23 tracks for the album Breezy, how many do you have to record? And how do you let your so-called babies go? Like, how do you pick 23? First, how many do you record?
See, it's crazy in the album process because let's say I put out an album, like the Indigo album. While I was about to put that out, I was already recording songs and doing stuff for the next one. But I be having so many songs. I think for this actual project, I had almost 250 songs. And I was like, yeah, we got to scale it down and figure out what we're gonna do.
Because the last time was with the one album, we were 45 in?
Yeah.
I just finished listening to that on the way here.
Bro, it's just so like informative, initiating progression that he has 250 songs, right? He just fucking just putting shit out. He's just making shit. Like just a pile of shit. And then it's like, oh shit, we got to figure out how we're going to format this into collective project itself.
And of course, guys, remember that these guys have teams backing them. So I'm sure there's a strategist in their background saying, hey, Chris, just make songs. I'll handle the strategy for you, basically. I'll handle the cohesiveness. I'll handle the rollout. I'll handle the interviews you're going to do. All that shit's handled for you. Just get in the studio and make some shit. Okay?
Yeah. So it works for him because, that's what his personality is good at.
Because basically play to your strengths, and then he has backup handling his weaknesses. You know what I mean? That's why, bro, communication, bro, zero skill. Bro, bad communicator. Point blank, period. But he doesn't need to be a good communicator because he's talented at just making art, dancing, living in the moment, providing content, essentially. So he's the content making machine, right? And then behind him, there's the strategist, there's the people handling all that other stuff. So makes perfect sense.
Yeah. So guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. We don't need to go in too long here. So Chris Brown is an ESFP, guys. Pretty evident here with the informative, right? That was very impossible to miss, right?
Yeah.
It's very impossible to miss, right? ESFPs are initiating, so they rather initiate conversation. ESFPs really want you to keep them in the loop of everything, right? They can be very upset they're outside of the loop, very concrete. He's not talking about anything abstract, anything bigger than life. It's just practically just what's in the moment, what is, right? ESFPs are interested in motives, so they like to understand what they get out of a situation or before they move forward. They feel more comfortable when they know what they're getting out of a situation. A lot of times you'll see the SFPs with their disgusting interest, the FI pragmatic interest. All right, guys, the pragmatic. So to him, the ends justify the means. He has more of a utilitarian mindset, more about autonomy. He's informative. He rambles. There's no cohesiveness to what he's saying. It's not direct. Just all over the place.
His thought process all over the place. Also, keep in mind that we did note the SI opposing there kind of dictating his current actions, which indicates actually a degree of development, right? You know, basically the hero when you develop the opposing, it makes the hero even better, but it does give you kind of sentiments of a little hesitancy, right? Like you don't move as freely as before because now you kind of develop this opposing side to keep that in check, you know, and that's actually a positive thing that you see with development, and we saw that in Chris Brown. So, you know,
yeah. So definitely journey. So he's progression, movement, whatever. He's journey focused, guys. He's an SENI user, right? All in the moment. He's king of the moment, baby. NTEFI, guys. Okay. I feel. You know. So
I feel.
we're gonna get him.
I post what I feel. Like if what I feel is gonna hit, that's what I post. Journey focus. I care about status. You know, talent. You know, the whole Sesame Street thing with his kids, showing his kids his status with something that they can understand. That's a TE move. You know what I mean? So yeah, this one was very apparent. ESFP.
I definitely think he's creative subtype, right? That's why he just gets in the booth and just spits shit out. 240 songs. This guy is just he's creative, guys. It is what it is. ESFP creative Enneagram, guys. I'm gonna go either two sexual. I'm gonna go two W3 sexual. I know the retards over at personality database. I think they have him as what a 7W8. Like ESFPs and sevens don't really go together. But whatever, guys. And for development, Christian, what do you see him at?
And I'm gonna put him at average. I'm gonna put him at average just because you know we do see some development, but you got to realize Chris Brown is also you know a little bit older now, so you know you are going to develop over your lifetime, especially you know as you exit your 20s. So you're gonna see some development in pretty much everybody, unless there's some kind of trauma or situation hindering that. You know. So I think he's developed at an average pace, essentially. Not overdeveloped, not actually put any intentionality into developing. He's just going through his life. So I'm just gonna put him at average.
Average. I would agree with that. I think he's an average um with his development there. He seems to have a good indication of his hero function. Seems to be in tune with his FI parent as well, right? Getting better with that. He's got his TEs. All right. I mean, it's all right. But you know, and NI, yeah, I mean, it's man, it's average, man. It's just average.
Yeah.
It's not like he's like pushing hardcore into his NI and stuff of that nature, or like any TE or anything like that, or his other functions.
Yeah, you can tell he's not putting intentional work into his development process. It's just going normally
He's
through
living.
life.
He's just living. He's just living.
Yeah.
So guys, that's Chris Brown for you guys. We got him as an ESFP, sexual 2W3, creative and average. The big takeaways from what I could see for Chris Brown, or things you can learn from Chris Brown is just get a good team, right? And do what you do well, right? Have other people do what they do well, and things will keep going. Right?
Yeah. Chris Brown is what I would describe as a specialist, right? And the thing is, specialists, they can get very far in life, but you know, we only see the successes. Remember that, you know. There's a lot of specialists that don't go anywhere because either they weren't born with the right talent, etc. But Chris Brown was born with supreme talent, okay? As far as dancing, making music, singing, you know, he got the trifecta, you know, and he specialized in that, and it did very well for him. Now he has a whole team behind him covering all of the other stuff: the bad communication, the impulsive actions, the controversies, the strategy for how he's gonna develop his career musically, etc. is handled by other people. Okay, not handled by him. So that is a clear case of a specialist with talent, with a good team behind them. That's Chris Brown, okay? ESFP. So
And you can blatantly see that based off all the controversy and the trouble that he's been in, that he has low consequential awareness. That's one of the kryptonites of the SPs, low consequential awareness, guys. So those, if you're in the SFP out there, you really want to get in tune with that very quickly. And guys, you did see that how we were able to bring in our parenting because he talked about how he parents. See, that's the reason why you really want to watch this channel, because we have it all and we make sure we back it up with the sources and then we put our thinking with that. You can't get that nowhere else. I do think this is probably the best MBTI content that you will get ever. Right. So this Mongolian mindset, guys, and me and Christian are fucking out of here.
Out.